This is an urban forest right in the middle of Hyderabad, Banjara Hills. And we're going to lose it because of a construction of few buildings. Yes, we're going to live inside the buildings, but what's going to make us survive are these trees. It's time we support and make them alive again. So we're going to translocate these trees, this urban forestry, into another site. So let's see how we do it. We all know how important trees are for our environmental balance. They are the lifeline for our nature. So what you see is here is an architectural site. There's going to be a commercial project that's going to come up here. So most of the trees here are going to be removed for the construction purpose. But can we let those trees just die after living for almost 50 to 60 years? No, right? We have to make sure that they are supported and they make sure that they live whatever life they have. Ivala COVID times low, we see that many people are running around for their family members to live and to make sure that they are on ventilators. But when it comes to trees, we make them, we just remove them. So our effort right now as an architect and someone who's a very avid listener to what the nature tells us, I'm trying to make sure that these trees are supported and survive at another site that we have. So this is a site that I've recently taken. So I thought, why not these trees be translocated there? So translocation of trees has been very, it's been happening over a period of time now, and many people are doing this. And I really thank people who are supporting this part of this process. So what you see here, I'll explain you the trees that are here. This is a begonia. This is a flowering plant, what you see behind me. And the work is right now in the second stage of the translocation. So this is begonia. This is a wild mango. This is a wild mango. And easily any of these trees is more than 50 to 60 years old, in fact more. And behind these two trees are gulmohar. Those are also very old trees. And then there's spathodia. Spathodia is also a flowering plant, and it's grown very well. Behind that is coconut, and this is mango. Some of these trees may not survive, but we will try our luck, make sure that most of them survive. So the first process of any of this tree location is that you need to first identify which trees can survive and which trees are healthy and which need to be removed. Then after that, you just prune all the trees. So all the branches that you see that are cut. So you see all these branches are cut. They have been cut, and they've the woodcutter comes. They remove all the branches so that they can be transported into the lorry, because the lorry size is a certain size, and you can't. These trees are about 60-70 feet height, so you can't translocate them. So we're making sure that these things are being placed in a lorry. So the branches are cut. Second process is that we use a dozer like this and make sure that we remove all the mud around the tree. So the mud around the tree is removed, and we loosen the soil around the tree so that the tree can easily be shifted. Once that is shifted, what we do is we pack the roots with a bubble wrap. So we pack the roots of the tree with a bubble wrap, lift it, and when we're lifting, we usually use a fork so that the tree doesn't tilt. If the tree tilts, it might cut the root abruptly. So it's lifted with using a crane, and it's moved up. So this is now the second process. They're loosening up the soil around the tree, and we'll see how it goes. గారు సో ఈయన హెల్ప్ చేస్తున్నారు మనకి ఈ చెట్లు ట్రాన్స్లోకేట్ చేయడానికి. అండ్ ఆయన చాలా చెట్లు ఇప్పుడు తీసుకుంటారు, ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఎన్ని ట్రీస్ వరకు. సో వీ షుడ్ ఆల్ థ్యాంక్ హిమ్. వీళ్ళ మూలన చెట్లు సర్వైవ్ అవుతున్నాయి అండ్ మనం అంతా చేయగలుగుతున్నాం. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇది తీసేటప్పుడు మనం ఏమైనా రూట్స్కి ప్యాకింగ్ చేయాలండి?
ఇదంతా మొత్తం రూట్ బౌలింగ్ అంతా మొత్తం గడ్డలా తీసిన తర్వాత మొత్తం ప్యాక్ చేస్తాం. ఇదంతా ప్యాకప్ అయిపోతుంది.
దేంతో ప్యాక్ చేయాలి జనరల్గా? ఆ సంచులతోటి. సో జూట్ బ్యాగ్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, ఒకసారి అటు ఇవ్వండి, ఒక జూట్ బ్యాగ్ ఇవ్వండి. సో ఇది జనరల్గా జూట్ బ్యాగ్. సో
మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే తీసిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ మిషన్తో రూట్స్ అన్ని ట్రిమ్ చేసి
ఓకే
దానికి కెమికల్ అప్లై చేసి తర్వాత ప్యాక్ చేయాలి.
అండ్ దీనికి ఏమైనా టైం ఉందా? ఇన్ని రోజు ఇంతసేపట్లో మనం తీసేయాలి అని, లేకపోతే అలా ఏమైనా టైం ఉందా?
మనం లిఫ్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఒక 35 అవర్స్ 40 అవర్స్లో చేయాలి.
35-40 అవర్స్ లోపల చేసేయాలి. రైట్ అండి, థ్యాంక్ యూ. యాజ్ అన్ ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ నేను ఏం చేశానంటే ముందు ప్లాన్లో నా బిల్డింగ్ ఎక్కడ వస్తుందో చూసుకున్నాను ముందు చెప్పినట్టు. దాంట్లో మళ్ళీ ఎక్కడెక్కడైతే ఖాళీ స్థలాలు ఉంటాయో, అంటే ఎక్కడైతే మళ్ళీ ఈ చెట్టు తీయడానికి అవసరం ఉండదో కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ అప్పుడు, అక్కడ ముందే ప్లాన్ చేసుకొని నేను ఆ చెట్లని మార్కింగ్ చేయడం పడింది. సో ఐ యూజ్డ్ అ టేప్, నార్మల్ టేప్ అండ్ మెజర్డ్. So what I did was I kept at least 12 feet away from the main boundary so that when the compound wall comes and I'll have a walkway to go. And usually lot of people what they do is they use these big trees and put them in the boundary. What I prefer is that it should be a lot more away from the boundary so that the entire shade of this tree you can use it. Otherwise boundary lo unte emotundi, it will be falling on the roadside and they keep on cutting the stems. Instead of that, use it in your land if you have enough land. So idi nenu what I have experienced as a designer, I think that's what I would love to do and that's what I've done here. అది కాకుండా ఈ గుంట తీసినప్పుడు ఏదైతే రూట్ని మనము కవర్ చేస్తామో ఆ మొత్తం కవర్ని అలానే ఉంచుతారు. సో గన్నీ బ్యాగ్ వాడడానికి కూడా కారణం ఏంటంటే ద మాయిశ్చర్ అది గన్నీ బ్యాగ్ తీసుకుంటుంది అండ్ ఆ రూట్స్ని పట్టుకొని పెట్టుకుంటుంది. సో that's why the gunny bag is retained like that and they have put it here. And it's a huge effort, almost oka 8 feet by 8 feet pit తీసి almost 4 feet depth తీసి దాంట్లో ఈ చెట్టుని పాతడం జరిగింది. సో what they've done is that they've done a 8 feet by 8 feet pit and inside a depth of about 4 feet, and then they plant this tree. So that's how they've anchored this tree. And once the tree is planted, what they do is usually do a trench around it so that it retains water. That's another main important thing that you have to take care of. So once these trees are planted, what they do is they spray a chemical all over the tree. what it does, it helps the tree to for the leaves to grow faster. But growing the leaves does not depend only on that. You all know that the roots are the main primary reason how our tree grows. So where we plucked these trees the trees were among rocks. So when we were plucking them, most of the roots got damaged. So they have kind of dressed all those roots and made sure that the roots are intact. So whichever roots are dressed properly, the leaves will come at the right time, and the roots which got damaged and something which didn't get pruned properly, those leaves will take time. So the time that it usually takes for these leaves to come would be around 18 to 30 days. So you will have to wait for those number of days. It's very important to understand how it's reacting. Another thing that we have to observe is we have to put water. We have to water these plants for at least in the interval of 4 days. Each tree will take more than about 1,000 liters of water. That's a lot of water, but that's the size of this tree. So when the water is put, we can always check for the moisture content in the soil. How do you check the moisture content? Usually what they do is they dig about 6 inches to 1 feet deep and check the soil. And when the soil, when they hold it, it has to be like they say like a bunker. It should hold. And if it doesn't hold, then it just means that the moisture is not there. So it needs more water. So 4 days is a basic parameter, but we can extend it if the moisture content is enough. We can extend it to 5 or 6th day. So that's how we test it, and yeah, that's all it takes for this tree to survive. Let's hope it survives. Isn't it an amazing feeling to just sit among the trees? And these are the trees that we lack around us in the apartments and the buildings that we live. These trees have got a new address. They would have died just about 12 hours back. But now I'm happy that they're alive. They will be alive. It needs a lot of process. They'll be fed with glucose, a lot of chemicals for the next few days, and we have to monitor its growth. But nevertheless, we made an effort. And we all need to make an effort. No matter what we are doing in life, if the effort is right, we're all on the right path. Putting water for the first time, we're checking if the water, how is the soil right now. So we just have to dig a little. Just dig a little. And just at 1 feet level, just see, it's still holding. So there is water here. So this is not like, become thing. So this is something that we need to understand before we understand whether the tree needs water. But still we are pouring water now because for the second time. So that's how we work. I hope you liked this entire process and what we showed here. If you liked it, please like and do subscribe to our channel. Do press the bell icon, because if you don't press the bell icon, you won't get the notifications. So see you soon, and until next time, bye.